guys, so today we're going to be talking about 2D and 3D art. So what is 2D art? What does that mean? So 2D art is created on a flat surface and it's something like a drawing or a painting or a photograph. So what is 3D art? So 3D art it has height and width and depth, and it's something like a sculpture. So here's some examples. This is an example of 2D art. It's flat, it's on a piece of paper. It might look like it has some dimension, but it's actually all flat. And this is an example of 3D art. There's a paper, it's popping out at us. They used cotton, and it comes out at us. It's actual things that take up width and depth. So now let's create our own piece of artwork. You'll need a pencil and some coloring materials, 2 pieces of paper, a ruler, scissors, and glue. So to get started, on one of your pieces of paper, you are going to have to measure out a 5x6 rectangle. And I'm making my marks right now. Just writing 5 inches so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to turn my paper, and then I'm going to do 6 inches going the other way. And once you're done with that, you're going to cut it out so that you have a rectangle. Alright guys, so I just cut out my rectangle, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a pattern on it. You can make whatever kind of pattern that you want. We are actually going to be making, this is going to be a mug, like the picture I showed earlier in the video. And yeah, so you can draw whatever you want. If you want to do a pattern, you can do a pattern. I'm doing a pattern on mine. A zigzag pattern with some shapes, but it's up to you what you want to draw. Alright guys, so on the side that is longer, so on the side that's 6 inches, at each corner you're going to measure a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to make my mark, a 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And if it helps, I would do the same that you did on the top as you did on the bottom. once you got that, you are actually going to fold. That's why I said if it helps, do it on the bottom too, because you're going to fold it, that little tiny piece, and then you're going to fold it on the other side the same way. And those little folds are going to be used so that you can glue it down later on. So what I want you to do now is to curl it so that it's curved, because when it's not curved, it's pretty hard to glue it down onto the paper. So rolled it, and now I'm going to put that aside. So now what you're going to do is you're going to measure out. I want you to place it down as if you were going to glue it down, but don't glue it down yet. And measure out the sides. So just make a mark. I took my pencil and I'm going to make a mark. And then I made lines with my ruler just so I knew where exactly it was going to go on my paper. So I wrote down the measurements so you guys could see. It was about 3 inches across, and down it was about 5 inches, but you guys don't have to write down the measurements. I just did that to show you. So right now I'm going to draw the handle on the side of my mug. And then you can go ahead and start drawing the background. So I'm going to use my ruler actually, and I'm going to draw a straight line across the bottom, like so it looks like my mug is sitting on a table, but you can draw it however you want. So I'm going to outline. So always draw in pencil, guys, so that you can erase it. I know I say that all the time, but it really helps. Just seeing if it'll fit. Don't glue it down yet until you've filled in your whole background. So now I know where my mug is on my paper, and now I'm going to draw a background. So you can add whatever you want in your background. I'm going to do some windows as if it's sitting on my kitchen table, but you can do it wherever you want. Maybe it's in your bedroom, maybe it's outside. It's totally up to you what you want to put in your background. Alright, so I just finished outlining the things in my background, and now I'm going to color it in. I'll just fast forward in to show you guys. Now we're going to glue down our mug. So those pieces that you folded, you're going to glue. You're going to put glue on each side and make sure you put enough. If you don't put enough, it won't stick. So make sure there's kind of a lot on there. And then you're going to glue it down so you don't see that white space. And then press it down and make sure it stays. And there you go. And if you wanted to add some cotton, like in the picture that I showed earlier, you could totally do that. But I just did some squiggly lines to show the steam coming out of my hot cocoa. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.